was loud. Joining us right now from Omaha Women's Basketball Program is head coach Carrie Banks. Student athletes, Danae Watson, Polina Nakulachkina is outside. She will be in to take questions in a little bit here. Normal operating process and procedures here. We'll first do an opening.
Yes, would like to see our free throw percentage be a little bit better than what it was, but certainly continuing to be aggressive and staying in attack mode. That's something we always preach, whether in the open court or the half court.
That was just my mindset. You know, if I touch the ball, just try to, if I have the one-on-one, take the one-on-one. If I don't, either try to pass it out, you know, to get other looks from my teammates. And that's just something that I went into the game with, like a mindset.
Their guard play, their post play. I just think limiting their paint touches and points was something that our kids did a better job of today than they did in previous times. I think another thing, we just, emotionally, I thought we had a better.
From Imani and Naraya. Yeah. What's that? Okay. Do you want me just to set up for just Imani? I'm just planning on that. Okay. Let's do that. Thank you. Yep. It's like right out of the gate. I get to say hers. I did it.
So proud of you.
I'm proud of me. That's a hard one to say. She played good though. Yeah, well, there was when I went and got water. Neither have I. So I was like, I'll eat it after the press conferences. I'll come eat with you. I'll come eat with you.
Yeah.
Mhm. I texted them, they're just gonna do Imani. I don't know. We're on one. Just laughing at. It's transpiring again. What up? Good, dude. And just a step up. Joining us from Kansas City Women's Basketball Program is head coach Deanna Jackson Durrett and student athletes Imani Bennett and Naraya Simmons. Normal procedures will be, we'll take an opening statement from coach. We'll pause and let the student athletes answer some questions. And as always, before you ask a question, please state your name and who you're representing. Go ahead with your opening statement, Coach.
Thank you guys for being here. Appreciate it. I mean, I thought we fought to the end. I'm proud of our players fighting to the end. It's a tough way, it's a tough way to.
I went D1, so being able to be named all freshman team it's great for me.
Back row.
Donnie Woods with World Exposure Report. This question's for either of you. What do you think the difference was in the game today? What do you feel was the difference in the game?
No comment.
Go ahead, Madison.
Ryan, you had 10 points today. All of your second half points came in the fourth quarter. Where was kind of the spark that you found to kind of get going again in the fourth quarter?
I feel like this group has a lot of fight, and we show that. We've shown it on multiple occasions, and I feel like seeing my other teammates, really go after it and really get going, it gets me going. And I feel like we really do a good job of feeding off of each other, especially when late down in the end of the game.
Thanks, ladies. You guys can head back to the locker room.
Good job, y'all.
We'll go ahead with questions for Coach. Go ahead, Madison.
Coach, obviously 11 new players on your roster this season, something that was just similar that you dealt with last season as well. What do you feel like worked really well today and this season, and what do you wish you could have seen differently?
I thought we executed in stretches, which is great for us, right? It shows a lot of growth from the beginning of conference to now. I thought we executed well. And so that's something that we need to carry over and we need to keep growing with. And so I was proud of them for that. And the fight, listen, the last half of our season, we have fought in every game. That comes with growth. That comes with finding out who you are on the floor. And so those are the things that you look at as a head coach, right? I thought we went from 7 wins in the regular season last year to 12 in the regular season this year. And I thought we made vast improvements. But when you bring in 12 new players, right? 11 we currently have right now. It takes time. That chemistry takes time to build. You want it right away. I have some players that haven't played at this level. And so kind of finding out who they are with the pace of the game and, what's going on in Division I basketball is different. But I thought we grew as the season went on. So I think, we'll be better next year. I believe that.
Go ahead.
Coach, as you know, I've seen many of your games.
Yes.
What do you feel changed midway through the season, and what do you want to bring into next season?
I think growth, just, more games, right? The only way you get better is to actually play basketball against competition that make adjustments, that do different things. And so I felt like throughout especially the conference, right? We grew in that area, just fighting more, understanding what it takes to, run with a team, play with a team. You got to execute with a team, those things. So I thought we grew in those areas. I think we had a bunch of people who still, like Monty said, her confidence grew, right? Naraya's been the same the entire season, right? And Naraya's going to make tough plays. Naraya's going to foul. Those things are going to happen. And so I thought, us losing Kelby and us losing Nanya made a really big difference for us. We lost some skill set in the post at the 5, but we'll have Kelby back next year. And so we'll have majority of our team back next year. And so I'm looking forward to the growth and what they take from this season and move on to the next season.
We'll do 2 more. First back there and then up to you. Go ahead.
So, Imani had a great game today.
Yeah.
Played in 18 points. To her leadership. Yeah. What does she mean to the team?
As a freshman, to show up in a game like this Like when she has confidence and our team sees that, then it's easy for that confidence to spread throughout the team. And that's the leadership that we need from her, right? I mean, in a huddle, she had an open shot. You got people telling her, you gotta take that, you gotta shoot that with confidence, right? So that fills her up, you know? And so when they see her taking that advice and then they see her confidence growing, then everybody settles in. When Monty can get us started, because you know, when she was starting and she would get that first bucket, it felt like that was what got us going. When she's playing well, it's easier. It takes the pressure off Naraya to feel like she has to do it by herself and Elena to feel like she has to do it by herself. And so those are the kind of things that Monty gives to our team.
Last question up here.
Coach, I want to ask you about John Phillips. She obviously played her final game today. She had 12 points today, and she's contributed a lot over the season.
Yeah.
What can you say about her just as an addition to your team this season?
I think adding Dom to the team gave us it gave us something different at the 4 position, right? Dom can stretch the 4 a little bit, shoot inside the 3-point line, and she's tough on her attack to the basket, right? She's been a little up and down, and I think with more consistency, she's gonna be a great professional. She's gonna be a great professional. She knows that. We talk about that a lot, but I just also think she gave us experience. She gave us leadership. We needed that. And so I'm very thankful for those 2 seniors that just provided for us. And, you know, Naya didn't play, but she's a voice, right? And she was doing well when she actually got hurt. So I'm proud of Dom. I can't wait to see what she does, you know, in her next phase of her life, because I think it's going to be great. I actually want to answer his question back there, if that's okay. You asked Monty what the difference was in the game. And, you know, we talk about this a lot. Like after our games, we do media. But the differences in game is 36 free throws to 9. It's 36 free throws to 9. We didn't shoot our first free throw into the second half after the media. It's hard. It's not saying that Kansas City does not foul. I'm not saying that. But we're a team that plays downhill. We're a team that goes to the basket, that's aggressive to the basket, and you can't tell me we shoot 9 free throws and we foul 27 times to their 16. I'm not taking anything away from Omaha. There are places that we should have executed, most definitely. But for a team like our team, with people who, you know, you're expecting for us to play a perfect game, and that's not going to happen, right? Elena, she has no space to land on a 3 that she shot. Naraya gets clipped out of bounds trying to get a ball. I mean, there are so many instances, and I'm not really sure what it is about Kansas City women's basketball and how we play that this is a consistent thing. I mean, we went to the line, I think, a combination of 8 times. 8 times in 2 games in a weekend at home. Our opponents, 49 times. And I'm just stating facts. This is not my opinion. This is just facts. It's hard to overcome those things, right? But it's okay, because next year we will overcome those things. If that's how, because we're not going to change how we play. And we're going to continue to be aggressive, because that's the style that we want to bring to the Summit League. And I think it's an exciting style, and I think it's fun for women's basketball to help grow our game to be a little different in the Summit League. But you asked what was the difference, and she's not going to comment on that, but I will. And I think, I mean, it's glaring. You look at the stat sheet, this is factual. 28 made free throws to our 4. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Coach.